Hello and welcome to 10 routine survival tips that all students at James Brunt Community College should know. These strategies we're going to discuss today are strategies to help keep you afloat. It's kind of like the old adage, things I wish I knew then that I know now. Those are the things we're going to talk about today. First and foremost, don't schedule back-to-back classes. Now, what do I mean by back-to-back classes? I'm talking about classes that are scheduled every hour with no breaks in between them. Students that do that find that they wear themselves out because they miss the best times to study. Your best times to study for classes are right before and right after the class meets. So if you got an hour to 2 hour break between your classes, you've got some little blocks of studying time. Students find that those little study blocks really help prepare them for classes and the tests and quizzes that come up in those classes. Begin the first day of class knowing what's expected of you. Now, on the first day of class, instructors typically will hand out a syllabus. A syllabus is the contract between the student and the instructor. It tells the student what the instructor expects of them and allows the student to know what to expect of the instructor as far as things like grading policy and attendance policy. You should take notes on that first day of class, even if it's things that you think are routine and you probably already know. Still take notes. You should also keep a date book in which you keep up with all your assignments in the class and due dates on those. And finally, make a to-do list. Keeping a to-do list will help you make sure that you cover all the items for that particular class. Your assignments, you'll know when quizzes and tests are. It will just help you keep on top of your class and your study. Establish a routine time to study for each class. For every hour you spend in class, professors will tell you you need to study 2 hours outside of class. Study for each subject at the same time and in the same place if possible. Studying includes more than just doing your homework. Studying involves going over your notes from class, questioning, editing, and making sure you understand your notes. Study your syllabus to see where you are going and where you have been. Be sure to do reading assignments and read ahead whenever possible. You should prepare for every class as if there will be a pop quiz that day. If you study at the same time, it will program your mind to improve concentration. Don't just do your homework, go over your notes. And once again, always know by looking at the syllabus, the things you have studied and the things you're going to study in the coming weeks. You should establish a place to study each subject. You should have a place that has a desk, a comfortable chair, good lighting, and all the supplies you need. It should be as free of distractions as possible. It should not be a place where you routinely do other things. For example, don't study in the recliner that you watch TV in. You're going to be inclined to want to watch TV. Don't study at the dinner table. You're going to be inclined to think of food and your mind will wander to food rather than the subject that you're studying. Wherever you study, it should be your study place. Study as much in the daylight as possible. What takes an hour to do in daylight may take as long as an hour and a half at night. Take study breaks. Take a 10-minute break after every hour of study. Avoid long blocks of time for studying. Researchers say that most students retain the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes of any study period. For that reason, you should avoid these long blocks, 3 and 4 hours of studying, because you're only going to remember typically the first 20 and the last 20 minutes of that study block. Therefore, spread your studying throughout the day, preferably in the breaks that you left when you registered for your classes. In those breaks between classes, that hour to 2 hour break between each class is when you should spread out or do your studying. That is when you should study throughout the day. Make use of campus resources. Find out about and use the labs, tutors, videos, computer programs, and alternative texts that are available on campus for different classes. Get to know your professors and your advisors. Ask them questions. Your professors and advisors are trained in how to answer your questions and how to help you find things on campus. The excuse, "I don't know" or "I don't understand" is never a good excuse. Get involved with your professors. Get to know them. Know where your advisors are. A lot of these resources that are available on campus are resources that you will be tracking down doing a scavenger hunt during the semester. That's why we do the scavenger hunt, so that you can track down these campus resources. Find at least 1 or 2 students in every class to study with. There are several reasons why this is worth the effort. Research shows that students who study with someone routinely make better grades. You will most likely find yourself more motivated if you know someone else cares about what you are doing in the class. Teaching a concept or new idea to someone is a sure way for you to understand it. Now, surely you can list several places that you can make your routine study place. It could be a desk in the library. It could be a desk at home. It could be a desk in your bedroom. But you should know some of the campus resources that you have already used. It is important that you stay focused, that you use these resources, that you know your routine study places, and that you study with other students. Work on the hardest subjects first. Work on your hardest subjects when you are the most fresh. Putting them off until you are tired will only compound their difficulty. And finally, be good to yourself. Studying on 4 hours of sleep and an empty stomach or a junk food diet is a waste of time. Many scientists say that proper nutrition can boost thinking and learning. Junk food and diet or food and drinks containing caffeine are not proper nutrition. You should be good to yourself. If you treat your body good, you will be able to study better. You will retain the studying the subjects better, and it will help you to become a better student. I hope these success strategies or general survival tips have been of use to you. Thank you for listening.